News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
One of the biggest factors in human health is the environment. An unhealthy environment may include water pollution, chemical exposures, air pollution, loss of biodiversity, and effects on climate change such as wildfires. News Panorama this week will focus on environment and what is demanded on citizens, and on the spot with the Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Osogi. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Efanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you are watching News Panorama. Bogobori is one of the major streets in Calabar metropolis, being occupied by Hausa communities. With the state government's effort in keeping the metropolis clean and green, one wonders if Bogobori community does not partake in the monthly environmental sanitation, as the streets and gutters are dirty and smelling. Idong Station brings details, the report.
Bogobori is one of the major streets in Calabar metropolis, occupied by a cross-section of the Hausa community, and the buying and the exchange of goods and services takes place. However, there have been a raising concern on the environment, as it remains a sore site with dirty gutters and an offensive smell for quite some time now. This makes one wonder if the Bogobori community does not partake in the monthly environmental sanitation. Speaking with the Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Osogi said that Bogobori is a community in Cross River State, and several attempts has been done to see the people in the environment partake in keeping the environment clean. He disclosed that a meeting was held with the leader of the Fulani community, and it was concluded that any defaulter should be arrested.
Bogobori, I had an interface with them. I have addressed some of their leadership. I had an interface with Seriki Asetsa. Even those trucks they are parking outside is a kind of an eyesore, and I told them. So he gave me the go ahead that, please sir, whatever you can do to salvage the situation in this place, come and do it.
The leader, Hausa Fulani Muslims in Cross River State, Saraki Alhaji Kabal I V, said efforts have been put in place to curtail the menace, adding that every imam in each district had to mobilize their people to partake, especially this upcoming environmental sanitation.
I tried my best to see how I can mediate to put an assistant to him when it comes to my domain, the community. I actually appoint all the various imams from every mosque to always come up with an announcement starting from Friday.
Muslim people who sells in the area said the place is a busy area where activities takes place and thus congested with people, and as such it is prone to being dirty, but in no time it will be maintained.
We have so much of people here. If we clean our place like this, every morning time when we come out, we are cleaning this area up.
The sanitation matter in Bogobori people are trying and doing their best to keep the place clean. Any place that there is congestion of people, no matter how often you clean it, you understand. So you still see dusty things because of the plenty people are occupying the place.
As business people around the environment lament over the dirty and disgusting smells that emanate the environment, they suggest that there is need for proper waste disposal.
Through this death, you can also have, like, you can fall sick. I would prefer that those people coming to package, like, even if they want to put this fact, yeah, they should adjust it a bit.
The new government is trying. I really appreciate this effort. The people that all these environmental, they used to come and clean up the place. But I think Bogobori is a major area where the people from different walks of life come here. The main thing that they should do is for them to carry out this dustbin from here. The government should carry the dustbin here and fix it somewhere here.
Here we are at the Bogobori area where buying and selling is ongoing. Yes, a lot have been said with the smelling environment, dirty environment and all of it. But we've heard from them. So what do we do? All hands should be on deck to put everything in place. For News Panorama, you don't see the same report.
The rainy season is here again. a season that comes with heavy wind and storm, therefore pulling down trees, which oftentimes disrupt vehicular movement and sometimes destroys properties. How is the Cross River State government ready for this through the Cross River State Ministry of Environment? Blessing Basi brings details the report.
As part of efforts in preparation for the rainy season ahead of us, the Ministry of Environment is ongoing right now along the major roads in Calabar Metropolis to cut down the trees under high tension and the one behind the road to avoid unusual accidents in this period.
Trees are a valuable part of nature, not only providing oxygen to the environment, but they add value in many ways. When a tree becomes too big for a section or is in danger of falling because of disease or age, tree pruning or tree removal may be the only option. Pruning a tree in a confined residential section can require a great deal of skill, as key consideration needs to be given to avoid damage to surrounding buildings, water pipe, power lines, and existing vegetation. In Cross River State, pruning of trees are often witnessed before the rain sets in. However, if pruning is not done, this can create an unwanted impact on the environment. News Panorama crew were in the streets of Calabar to examine the effort of the state government towards tree pruning. Many residents expressed their appreciation to the Ministry of Environment's effort in preparing for the upcoming rainy season, believing that the proactive approach will ensure the safety of the community and minimize the impact of the rainy season on residents.
Well, it's a welcome development in as much as we are going for the rainy season. I think it's a welcome development because we do have cases whereby when the rain is falling, you see some trees falling and across the road, which might likely cause accident and damages to even lives too. So the Ministry of Environment coming down to cutting down trees in preparation of the rain for, I think, a welcome development. And then also talking about the gutters in our streets, where if they are actually removing the gutter and also if they are parking it, of course they are doing it. They are doing it. And my one should can attest that, like in this where I live, they are actually doing it. Once they remove the gutter, they make sure they pack it out. This is what they are doing. For rainy season, I think like it's improving also. Because I can see that some trees now are being cut down. Just of recent I observed a truck was passing and rain was falling and the branches fell on the wire. So I think more trees will be cut and it will increase higher. If the rain come now, it will flow up the gutter because of the gutter was so dirty and it will not flow well. So the leaf will hinder the water not to flow inside the main road. In other gutters, they need to clear the gutter so that it will be nice to everyone and it will be safe to the children that are going to school. No small children that are going to school. Some of them work, their parents will not have cars. They will walk on the road. So, but when rain comes, the water is flowing from the other side to this other side. They will not know. And the water can not carry them if the gutter is most filled.
Most of the trees are bad. So I feel they should go around, check the ones that they know that they don't. But the roots, there are some ones when you see them, you know, okay, this one here will fall anytime soon. To bring those ones down. I've heard of trees falling, killing people, innocent people like that, and it's not good. So the best thing is, if they are packing it, they should take it to the trash, empty it, than for them to pack it, keep it on the roadside, then water again.
However, there are also concerns raised by some citizens regarding the delayed waste disposal in the area. They point out that the accumulation of waste leads to unpleasant odor and creates breeding grounds for insects like centipede, millipede, and scorpions.
The motor you carry lost bin, you know can put inside in the through for road. That is smell go affect person, you go enter inside. We hold by my door, they open that they think you go enter. I no go fit to enter this house because of that too much I'm smelling. And if I rain come, many pit go walk up and down. Scorpion, everything go walk up and down.
The major challenge we have here is the odor, the smells from here. Like the smells when the rain comes, like the rainy season now. We have our nose masks here, which we use to cover our faces. They put a very big python down here. and the other time they caught here also. Very big one at that. And that one should enter somebody's house or somebody's shop. That's a very big issue. So which is not very healthy to us and the community. They should look for elsewhere, another place where they can push it to. Because back then when this started, when this was here, there were no houses around. So people were not living closely here. And you can see now business is up and people are coming up. And the whole place here is filled down with people. So if they can have any other place where they can shift it behind again, it will be, they will like it.
Some residents hinted that it is essential for everyone to be mindful of their waste disposal practices and ensure that they are contributing to a clean and sustainable environment. They hinted that the effort of the ministry, coupled with the cooperation of citizens, can lead to a more environmentally friendly and secured community.
In my perspective, I think we need to treat our environment right, because whatever we put out in the environment will push it back to us in the long run. If we treat our environment fairly, then it will be fair to us. So we need to be careful in the things we do.
You can't tell the person, don't degrade the forest without providing an alternative means of livelihood. And if you have done that, let the people know that you have done that. Earth needs to be protected. Our environment needs to be protected. So I think it's something that stakeholders should come together and ensure that we work together with the press to protect the environment.
You know, we cannot stay without tree, and tree has vital role playing for human life, especially sending oxygen to people to breathe. Also, as it is planted, it has a very good function, but it needs to be trimmed and take care of it. You cannot totally remove it, because if you remove it, it's affecting the ecosystem. So we only want government to trim it.
It is evident to say that the united effort towards an environment-centric approach in the state is commendable and sets a positive example for other regions to follow.
For CRBC News Panorama, I am Blessing Bassi reporting.
Street trading may seem harmless at a first glance. However, under this facade lies a web of challenges and dangers ranging from congestion, safety risk, health hazards, economic concern, and negatively impacting the state's aesthetics. A few manipulator delves into the issues surrounding street trading. The report.
This is the Ikaika market. As is obtainable with markets nationwide, traders have pushed into the streets, obstructing traffic and creating a general rowdy environment. The question remains, why are they out here in the streets and inside of the market?
Street trading has become a widespread issue in Cross River State, with vendors occupying sidewalks, streets and other public spaces to sell goods and services. This phenomenon not only disrupts the flow of traffic but also creates hazards for pedestrians and compromises public hygiene. The unchecked expansion of street trading in Cross River State has resulted in congested thoroughfares and overcrowded sidewalks, increasing the risk of accident and impeding emergency response. Furthermore, the lack of proper waste disposal facilities and sanitary infrastructure in street trading areas contributes to environmental degradation and health hazards. Speaking in an interview, the Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Osogi, stated that the ministry frowns seriously on street trading, pointing out that despite the available market spaces, the people are showing a recalcitrant behavior.
Many of them, in the daytime, we pursue them, we arrest them, we told them, don't come to this place to sell. We brought out this attitude of coming in the night to be doing their trading. By so doing, they obstruct traffic. They cause a lot of nuisance to the environment. We have told them, we have given them ultimatum, 21 days, and it's expiring very soon, that we'll be swimming into action. In the night, we'll go with our team to arrest them. So very soon, it will be a thing of the past.
He went further to divulge that the ministry, with the aid of the government, is making a space for traders to stay. But while the structures are ongoing, the traders have been asked to stay in the market.
He provided a space, that's a fruit arcade. But we have told them, exercise patience, go to the market space, go inside the market for the meantime and be selling your goods, your fruit or whatever you're selling. So that the moment we finish what the governor is doing for you people, go to that place and be selling, be doing your business.
Some traders listed lack of finances to pay rent and stock up their shops, low market sales inside the market, amongst others, as reasons why they choose to stay out on the streets.
I don't have money now. That's where I can make my small cup of that. You may have shop, you don't have money to put things inside shop. But a little like this, I can sell 200, 300. I eat in a plate.
I think Roasternaka is sweeter. It's a small business that we are starting. With time, I'll get a space.
Inside market, put it on seller. I see shop now. Shop don't full for inside market. Before I see shop. I don't have money to rent a shop. That is why I stand here.
This is the Ikaika Okwa market, and right here is a huge refuse dump. The question to be asked is, what is the revenue that is being paid by the traders being used for? Why does this still continue? How is the revenue managed, and what can be done about this problem? For CRBC News Camera Lens, Ifeanyi Peter reporting.
Over now to On the Spot with the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Osogie. Welcome to On the Spot on News Panorama. Again, we'll be speaking with the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Honorable Moses Osogie. Today, you'll be throwing more light on street trading, street planting, and even street cooking that has sprung up in Calabar Metropolis. Welcome, Honorable Commissioner, to News Panorama On the Spot.
It's my pleasure.
Street trading has become a menace in the state capital. We remember that a few months into this government's resumption, we saw government officials on the streets of Calabar trying to stop traders from taking over the streets and of Calabar Metropolis, and the situation seems to be different now. Why has the street once again welcomed traders in the Calabar Metropolis?
Thank you for that question. Like you rightly said, street trading is becoming a menace in Calabar Metropolis. And we frown seriously at it, that we are telling the populace, individuals who are indulging in that act, to stay away from the streets. The market space are valuable for them to do their trading. But we discover that these traders are, harboring a kind of recalcitrant attitude that when you say don't do this, they will behave as if they have heard what you said. Then the next day or a week later, they will swim into the same action. And so we had told them that anybody we found on any area, the government say, don't stay here to sell. We'll confiscate your goods, and you come to our office and pay those goods in an amount that will be biting to you, so that it will serve as a deterrent to others who are, a kind of indulging in such act. We discover again that there are some persons who gave them that kind of understanding or privilege to be selling in the street, on the streets of Calabar. If you go to Ward Market, you see that so many space inside, but they will leave those space coming to the road to be selling. When you ask them, what exactly is the difference between selling here and inside the space that you have in the market, they won't be able to explain. And I discovered that they deliberately, indulge in those acts. People are collecting money from them on daily basis, and they are selling. After selling, they pack all the rubbish into the gutter. That is what we are frowning seriously at. We are working assiduously to make sure that we tame and change those characters. It's not a day job, but we'll get there.
Okay, sir. So, apart from the marketplaces, the most worrisome is the entrance to Calabar Metropolis, ranging from the airports, even coming from this is Calabar. You find out that is either you find street people selling fruits, or you see these people that send phone pouch and all that on wheelbarrow, and they just park it by the road to sell. Is there going to be a quick response to this, because it's kind of the face in the state?
The task force is working on that seriously. Our task force, they have been on their toes, making sure that anybody who is selling either with wheelbarrow on the street or at any particular place that ordinarily they were not supposed to be selling, they will be arrested, confiscated, and probably take them to the office, take the goods to the office, like I rightly mentioned before. On the aspect of the fruit, the governor saw that this is people's government, and he was so pathetic. He has that passion for the people. When we started, he said he cautioned us that we should not be arresting the people for now. Rather, we should find a solution to their problem. And what is the solution? He provided a space, that's a fruit arcade, structures that are being built in that place. That's a place to accommodate them. That's to show you a governor, a person who have the people at heart. But we are told them, exercise patience, go to the market space, go inside the market for the meantime and be selling your goods, your fruit, or whatever you're selling. So that the moment we finish what the governor is doing for you people, go to that place, be doing your business.
Then another trending problem in Calabar Metropolis is the cooking and selling. If you drive around Calabar Metropolis at night on roads like Marian Bayatekom, Etagbor, Maris Laser, you find out that the trending problem now is you see some kiosks selling, they cook there by the road, sell, and we see a lot of people crowding there to buy. And we know that in a few time, this is going to be a problem in the state. What is the ministry going to do about it? Because it's just a new trending issue.
Yeah, it's actually not in a few time. It has started bringing serious problem to us already. Many of them in the daytime, we pursue them, we arrest them, we told them don't come to this place to sell. And they brought out this attitude of coming in the night, like you rightly noticed, to be doing their trading. And by so doing, they obstruct traffic, they cause a lot of nuisance to the environment. We have told them, we have given them ultimatum, 21 days, and it's expiring very soon, that we'll be swimming into action. In the night, we'll go with our team to arrest them. So very soon, it will be a thing of the past.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And then the rainy season is in view. We find out that so many streets have big trees that have not been pruned. Like Asimikang, we just passed there today and realized that the tree has really pruned into the streets, which if an heavy rain fall, it might cause casualties. How is the ministry going to work on this to avoid casualties, sir?
Yeah, the trees that are very old in the Calabar metropolis, the ones that need pruning, the ones that need to be cut off, we are working on that. The governor had given us a marching order that all the old trees that are posing threat to the populace, the environment, should be cut off. And then we're making plans that after cutting, we need to plant new ones. So plans are in the pipeline to address that issue.
Okay, sir, some communities don't really take the monthly sanitation seriously, like the Bogobori. You find out that that street is basically smelling all the time. What can be done? Because this heavy rain comes again, you find out that those places will be flooded. What can be done by your ministry to ensure that these communities key into environmental sanitation?
Yeah, when you mention Bogobori, you should outrightly understand who you are addressing, who we are referring to. Bogobori are referring to the houses, the Fulanis or so, our brothers who are doing business in that area. Most times they pay deaf ears to a particular exercise that is going on in the system, believing that they are not part and parcel of it. But the last exercise had probably shown them that it's not a game or a business as usual, that this exercise is for everybody. Cleanliness is next to godliness, they said. And so keeping your environment clean is not something they said is this religion or is this particular tribe or this particular person. It's for all of us. If you keep your environment very clean, it doesn't show whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian or whoever. It's for your own good. And so the action we took at 8 miles, we enter a place, a slaughter, that we got an information that several activities in the past, sanitation exercise, they've not been turning out, they've not been coming out to, embrace that exercise, to participate in the exercise. So when we stormed the area, they saw that we were not joking. We arrested a lot of persons, prosecuted them. They came here begging. They are heard. They have the leadership of that area. They came to my office, pleaded that they warned them that today is sanitation exercise. Don't sell your goods. Don't open slaughter. Leave after 3 hours. After 10 o'clock, you can go about your normal businesses. These 3 hours, use it to clean your environment. But they pay deaf ears to it. And so they appreciated our action and believe that the next one, all of them will take it as a serious business. So Bogobori is not an exceptional area. They have heard what happened. Some of the people that came here were from Bogobori because the overall head, which is a Saraki or so, heard the information, sent a message, a delegation to my office. I explained everything to him and he said, okay. But I equally informed him that Bogobori is going to be our next target point. And he said they will never turn against our own activity. So I believe that in the next exercise or from now onwards, they will be keeping their area very clean.
Sir, another issue is that the streets of Calabar is seemingly being turned into farmlands. You look at the like of Asimikang Street, because the street has not been tarred. The both side of the streets, crops have been planted there. We go to Asareso Street, leading to MCC. The whole of that street has been turned to farmland. What is your ministry going to do to put an end to this street planting?
Yeah, I think in our last interview, you mentioned that, and I actually went round to see for myself all those issues you have mentioned. And it will shock you the revelation I got. When I got to those places, some of them were telling me, Oga, hunger, in a very funny manner, that hunger is biting them, that the economy is harsh. And I said, everybody is being affected with this harsh economy. And the governor of the state is not sleeping. He's trying his best. And that does not give you the notion to go to this street that you know was supposed to be free of those crops planting, be planting or this thing. I told them that we are going to send our task force to go to those places and clear them. And anybody who is found at that spot at that particular time will be arrested. So we are working assiduously to make sure that that issue is being addressed.
Okay, sir. So finally, what's your strong environmental advice to the people of Cross River State?
Well, that cleanliness is next to godliness. Keeping your environment clean is something that every human being should welcome, especially a state, a metropolis that has been known as the most clean, green, and serene area. We should maintain the temple. We should not allow ourselves, just like one who has been taking first in the class. If you relent your effort, there's that tendency that you will take probably the last position. And so we won't allow ourselves. We'll keep preaching, announcing to them, creating their awareness that you must keep your environment very clean, and your antennas must be on so that any signal that comes concerning the hazard in the environment, flood, erosion, and other issues will be quickly reported to government. So that's my advice to Calabar people, to the occupants of Calabar Metropolis, our people, not only Calabar Metropolis, Cross River State in general, that we should embrace what government has brought. The governor of the state, His Excellency Prince Bassey Otu, is the people's governor and is ready at any given time to address any issue that is being put on his table. So we should appreciate him and support the government. That's my advice and my words to the people.
Just like the commissioner had said, Cross River State for decades have been known to be clean, green, and serene. The time is now for all hands to be on deck to ensure that the state remains clean. That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Efanga.